Hi guys, it's Shay, and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. And I don't yet know what I'm going to title this video just yet, but I do know what I'm going to be talking about, and that is manga, or specifically digital manga. And the main reason why I decided to talk about this topic is because I don't know about everyone else, although majority of the people that I know like to have the physical copies of manga to read. I know for me, I like both. But nowadays I'm getting more and more into reading digital copies of not just manga, but also books. And so I was wondering, where's the best place to get digital copies of manga or to read them online, besides just the illegal scanlations that so many of us have used previously? And there's not very many options, or whatever options are available, you either have to pay per book or per manga, or you don't have access to a lot of the manga that you actually want to read. And mostly I was wondering if there was ever going to be a time where digital manga became as prevalently available as anime is through streaming sites. Now, I remember a time where trying to watch anime online was super difficult, or at least trying to watch it legally was very difficult. There were so many websites online that so many of us, including me, visited to watch our anime online because nothing was readily available on TV, or the ones we wanted to watch weren't ever going to be on TV. So the only way we could watch them is via online, either with really bad fan subs or with really bad fan dubs. And then all of a sudden, the anime community or the anime industry started to catch up with this. So of course you had Crunchyroll that had their subtitled anime that you could watch weekly. Even if you didn't have a membership, you could still watch the anime that came out. You just had to wait an extra week so that it was freely available to you. And then of course you had Funimation, which also, once again, of course you had to pay a monthly fee. And then of course other sites started taking off, like you had Netflix that started having anime, and then of course you have Hulu that has a lot of anime, and so on and so forth. So I wonder if the manga industry is ever going to catch up to that as well. Now, I know a lot of people really enjoy buying their physical copies of their manga, just like people like buying physical copies of books. And yes, I know a lot of people have mentioned that bookstores have gone out of business due to a lot of books going digital and so on and so forth. And I'm not trying to put bookstores out of business or comic book shops. I'm just wondering if the manga industry will ever start going more digital, similar to the anime industry. And I wonder if that's going to happen with a lot of the different US suppliers putting their manga library online for people to either purchase or have a monthly service. Me, myself, I'd rather go with the monthly service option instead of having to pay per book, because to me, that's no different than me buying it from the store, although it is a little bit cheaper. And I know only one app that's actually done this, and that's Viz. Viz has their own manga app, and they have a lot of their manga on there that you can essentially read for a monthly subscription. But a lot of their mangas just says volume as opposed to chapters. Now, I've learned if it says chapters, that means you can read all the chapters on there just with your monthly subscription. But if it says volumes, you have to pay per volume to be able to read it. And that kind of sucks, because on top of you paying that monthly charge, you're also paying an additional $6.99 if what you want to read is only in volume form as opposed to chapters. I also know Crunchyroll also has their own manga app, although I believe you have to have a premium Crunchyroll account to access it, which is $6.95. And they have a pretty good selection, but I don't have a premium Crunchyroll account at the moment, so I can't exactly readily access all of it. And I think even before, now you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know before, a lot of times having a premium Crunchyroll account didn't include the manga section, but now it probably does, but I'm unsure about that. So I'm just curious if it's possible that all of the other companies that are in the US that print manga will ever come out with an app so that people can access their manga online instead of having to go to the stores to buy a physical copy. Now, once again, I'm not against physical copies of manga. I'm totally okay with buying them. Actually, I still like to go and buy manga in my local bookstores or my local comic shops. The issue I run in with is space. I, at this point, don't have a bookshelf. I'm still waiting on that to get to me. But once my bookshelves do get here, I'm gonna start putting up the books that I already have in boxes on this shelf. And my previous bookshelf that I had, it was kind of a mess, as you might have seen in videos from before. I had books on top of books on my bookshelf, 2 rows of books within the shelf, and books stacked on top of the bookshelf, which didn't look all that great. So for me, a great way where I'm able to free up a lot of space is by getting digital copies of either books or manga. But it sucks to try and get digital copies of manga when there's none readily available to you or able to access, unless you go to a site that's a little bit less than legal and you don't have a lot of options available on the sites that are legal. So I wonder if this will ever change. To me, I think it might, but it's probably going to take a long time. Very similar on how it took a long time for anime to be readily available through a digital space, as opposed to you having to go to the store and buy the physical copy of DVDs. But this also happened around the same time that people just weren't buying DVDs anymore. But I know as of right now, when it comes to books and manga, a lot of people are still buying the physical copies of both books and manga, because this topic is very heatedly debated, because so many people disagree with having digital copies of them, while for me, I'm kind of in the middle because I enjoy both. But I just wish that manga was more readily available via digital space, just like books are. I've done a little bit of research to see if there are any sites that do offer any manga online that are legal, and most of these are subscription services, or if they don't have a subscription service, they're actually paying per book. And some of them have sites that are in both Japanese and English, but the Japanese site hosts a lot more manga and the English one doesn't host a whole lot, so you don't have that great of a selection. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and also let me know where you get your manga from. For me, I buy some physical copies of manga in like a bookstore, but I mostly use the Viz Media app for my digital manga, at least as much as I can. I try not to go to the illegal sites, but there's times where I find a manga online that I really want to read and I can't get the physical copy, nor can I get the digital copy for like legally. So I have to look at more of the less than legal options and look for scanlations. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, like always, I will have links down below to all my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog as well, so please check me out on there. And of course, like always, please give this video a thumbs up, and of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, like I always tell you guys, stay positive, stay nerdy, and in today's day and age, stay healthy. All right, you guys.